السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome to Islam step by step. And with the 6 pillars of Al-Iman, the 6 articles of faith. Al-Iman is faith. What are the things that we need to believe in? There are 6 pillars that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran and in the Sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, that every Muslim should believe in them. And they are mentioned in general and also in details. The first pillar of Al-Iman is to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the heavens and the earth. And when we say we need to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does it mean? What is included under this pillar of Al-Iman for us to perfect our belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this is obligatory, this is mandatory. This is a matter of unseen that we have to believe in. When we say we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first and obvious one, of course, that we believe in the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the heavens and the earth. And this subject, really, when we look into the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and even revelations before, it's not something that is not discussed in so much details, because it's an obvious one. It's part of our innate. And someone disbelief in the existence of the creator of the heavens and the earth, they are either arrogant or stubborn or rejecting the truth that is already by necessity is within their own selves. So when we talk about the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do we need to look at the signs around us, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as evidences that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists and He's the creator of the heavens and the earth? It's good to mention, definitely. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about His creation in the Quran in many, many verses, as ayat, as signs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, signs to prove that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one worthy of worship. And also for people to see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists. He's the creator of the heavens and the earth. But the matter, the evidence of the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is far more subtle, far more important and established, more than just looking at signs and evidences. It's by necessity. When we say by necessity, it's like when you say 1/2 is less than 1. Do you need to make a proof to this, or make lots of statements and many equations to prove that half is less than 1 or 1 is less than 2? That's known by necessity. So the same thing, every single human being, they are born with the fact that they know and they believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of the heavens and the earth. There's a creator for the heavens and the earth. Again, this is by necessity. And therefore, when the Bedouins would say clearly that when they see the droppings of the animal on the desert, that refers to what? That's an evidence to what? That there's an animal passed by there. If a person finds a vase, a beautiful vase, for example, or something hidden under the ground, immediately, without even having to have a proof to this, he would relate this to a human being or a dynasty or a group of people that they made this. So when we look at the heavens and the earth and how magnificently are they created, and our own selves, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ, in our own selves, how we are created. Amazing creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala around us and within our own selves, our eyes, our ears, our hands, our arm. Even the fact that the way that when we're talking or when we're eating, how easy Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made things for us to live our life according to what we are created for. Even, which is one of the things that will be discussed later inshallah ta'ala, when people are created with deficiencies, blind, without legs, without arms, being facing all kinds of afflictions in this life, this is by the great wisdom of Allah. Because this life that we're created in, we're not created to live the everlasting one, we're created to be tested on the face of earth. To be tested with goods, things that we like and things that we don't like. Because we need to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with many different acts of worship. With patience, with being grateful to Him, with worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala under any condition. So the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists and He's the creator of the heavens and earth, it is something that does not need much evidences. And that's why the fitrah, the innate, the pure nature that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, this is what we need to refer to. And this is what speaks for itself, and therefore our intellect and our reason is all established on these principles of the innate and the pure nature that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us with. So to believe in the existence of Allah. Also part of the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, other things, we'll continue and we'll discuss that in future lessons, inshaAllah ta'ala. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.